Hello guys, in this video I will be showing you how to set up a basic walk in Poser. Let me go to the Poser room. We can see my basic setup here. I have just the human figure. I will switch to the top camera, so I click here in camera controls, I choose top. Now I can move. The first thing we need to do is to click figure, create walk path. Once we click here, you will see that we now have a line here. That's the line we will be using to walk along. You can change positions, you customize this line. Please pay attention. You have to click, you have to hover over this point. You will see if you click here between 2 points, you will be adding a new point. But in my case, I just want to move an existing point. To move an existing point, you have to hover over the point. You see there is a small plus icon, but now there is not. So once I have my mouse cursor above the point, I can move the point. Okay, I click and drag. Now I can move the points. Same thing with the other points. I can click. Once I hover over, I can click and drag, and I can change the point. If you don't like the change, you can always go back to edit, undo. So you first set up the line. You see the line here. So once I have the walk path defined, I can select the figure, so I make sure I'm selecting the human figure. I go to window. Let's go to walk designer. Here I can choose the figure type, clicking here in this bottom part. I will choose Leome base. If you click walk, we can see a preview. Okay, this is a preview. You can change camera view. You can change some parameters here. You can change blend styles and tweaks. For example, if you want some kind of walk but with more like running, some more head bounce, not too much arm swing. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, let's go slower. Let's see if I can go slower. That's kind of strange. We can mix, not too much. Let's mix, because it depends on the combination of the factors. Yeah, let's say I'm satisfied with this result. Okay, once we are satisfied, we click apply, we click follow, select the paths. This is optional. We can align the head. I will check the align head to one step ahead. I will leave the start and end frame as is, but this is important. We need to check this create keyframe is in. This will make sure that the new animation is created in a separate layer. This will make life easier later. We can deactivate, so we can deactivate if you want. Now that I click OK, it will be applied to the figure. I can close this window, and now if I hit play, you can see the figure walking. Okay, this is the basic walk. This is very useful because you can use it for a still. You don't necessarily need for animation. You can do this just to capture a specific frame, for example. Okay, very useful. And now that we have the basic walk, I will set up a camera here to capture what you will see in the final image. Okay, I go to the render. I change to, let's say, 1080. Okay, let's preview in half. I will choose one of the frames of the animation. Let's say here. I will place it here. I will bring back the hair. Yeah, we see here, for some reason he's walking inside the ground. So as you notice it, When we look at the front camera, you can see the figure is walking below the ground. One way of fixing it is to select the human figure. If we go to the show hidden parameters in the parameters tab, so we click here, show hidden parameters, we can go to, there's an offset here that you can click and type a different value. I will use, for example, this one here. And now if I click play, you can see the figure is walking next to the ground. There are still some small issues, but that we can take a look at if you need, because in my case I'm not going to look at the feet, so it doesn't matter. But this is a way of fixing the elevation. Okay, I will look for a better view. And there is one more thing I would like to show you, is that if we go to window animation, we have this window here where we can see the animation palette. This is very useful. Remember when we choose to save in a different layer, we can see here, clicking in layers, we have the walk animation here. So if, for example, I click here, then I click this button here, go to the main camera, let's take a look. You see how the figure, it will walk or not walk, depending if you choose to use the animation. Okay, you see this kind of behavior of the feet and the legs. That is because of use limits. I probably have, yes, I have inverse kinematics turned on, and we change it. Remember that we changed the offset of the elevation. That's why we see this kind of behavior. But the walking is not happening anymore. When we deactivate the layer of the walk, it won't work. But once we activate, you can click here, we are back to the animation of the walk. So we can back, so we can see the walking animation again. Okay, and that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.